What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing another tier list ranking video, but I'm going to be doing action movies. And I picked 5 random movies from like 2024, 2025 to like 2010. So it's gonna go from early 2000s all the way down to this year. Going through looking back at all the different types of just action and what they did and other things. I almost thought of comedy for a second, but the first one I want to do is the 2017 Power Rangers. Now personally, back in 2017, just right after 2016, it was kind of a strange year for all of us who were part of that 2016 era, man. The vlogging days, Vine days, just early jumpstart of social media, I guess you could say, really. They came up with that new Power Rangers, man. And I didn't know that, like, it was to a comic, and obviously anything that has like giant robots or just kaiju's on it is obviously Japanese or Chinese, man. That's what I really realized. But to look back at Power Rangers, it had, for me as a Power Ranger fan, grew up as a kid, for me, that movie was such a good change to the Power Ranger genre and how they did things from the seasons in the old movies. Because I've only ever really seen the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the ones they used to put on Nickelodeon and the new ones. Because it's like a bunch of different Power Rangers. But the Mighty Morphin, the main ones, I believe it is. I want to say the main one is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but like the new ones, bro, it was. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't too much action because they had to build up the storyline of them finding the gemstones, learn about Zordon, R2D2, and then in like the first movie it was just them really meeting for the first time, them getting to know each other, and they only morphed like one time out the whole movie, bro. One time. And that was at the end. That's the bad part about it, because like the action on it, my bad, I'm going to be ranking it from A to most action packed to D that has none at all. C is going to be, it had a little bit. B is going to be okay, it was some halfway through. A is going to be like, it had some, but it wasn't as good as S, and S is going to be like, okay, that was good. But like the action, it had like some action scenes, bro, like I said, but it was towards the end. Like it was some teaser parts from the trailer that you've seen, but that was really just a bunch of ending stuff. So honestly, it was good, but it was kind of dog water because it wasn't that much action. But like I know, it is probably just we used to Power Rangers. First episode, they already pulling out the Zord, so we used to having that action early and straightforward. But for that, man, I'm gonna rank that a C. Sadly, I love the movie, but the action is just not. It's not too much, man. Cause I'm gonna be so real. The action is only at the end, and then they almost lose, bro. Like they knew nothing of. Like it's kind of real because they knew nothing of the new powers. They knew nothing of the Zords or how to do shit. So it kind of makes sense. But like I said, I'm gonna rank that a C, bro. I kind of want to put it in the B, but like I'm gonna put it in the C for right now. Comment down below if you think I should change the ranking. The next one is John Constantine. Now I don't really know if like this is like horror. I won't really say it's like fantasy, but it popped up when I looked up action movies. So, and I watched it too. It has Kenny Reeves as John Constantine, which is a DC character for those who don't know. It actually is a really good thing because they have like a lot of DC shows, movies of John Constantine animated on HBO. I've already said that. I feel like I'm like a tape recorder right now. I'm talking a little bit too fast. But John Constantine, that was a crazy movie back then, bro. It had a lot of crazy CGI and crazy moments, like get you out your seat type of moments. And I'm just be real, because movies used to not like excite me or scare me because I knew it just wasn't real. At a moment in time, when I realized it was a green screen, I'm like, dang, this is really just fake. I don't know, my mind was just seeing through the illusions, I guess. But that movie was good because I liked the character John Constantine. But that was such an old movie. It was just crazy. Like, it's one of them crazy movies. I'm not gonna lie, them crazy 2000s angel movies, bro. It has a lot to do with like gods and demons and all types of things, bro. The action was crazy. But just like a lot of movies, the actions kind of came towards the end when it comes to the most significant part in the plot of the movie, you know. Which is, I know it's a movie, but like we want action a little bit halfway through the movie. Like I ain't gonna talk about Den of Thieves. But yeah, it was good. It was good, but like all the like the main parts of John Constantine comes from the end, you know. So I'm gonna rank that movie a C2. It was really good, but like I said, I'm looking for action. I'm looking for excitement. You know, that's what we came for, to see the action. But we're not always looking for it at the beginning of the movie. Sometimes we is, but not all the time. So I'm ready to see. Now for number three. My number three is going to be The Beekeeper. Now, I believe his name is Jason Somoma or something. I don't really know, but y'all know who he is. He played in the Hubs and Shaw, the little white dude that's always fighting. Honestly, like everybody say, his movie is this. All his movies are the same. Honestly, like I wouldn't say like this the same. Yeah, they're the same. Cause it's always this man either a retired something or he want to run away from this life. Somebody he likes or somebody who he knows that's he's close to gets hurt, killed, and now he's back to being that person, back to doing what he did want to do. It's just a whole bunch of fighting, killing, action. Him almost getting beat, but never do. And The Beekeeper is pretty much basically that. You know, he was a retired, classified something program or something called the Beekeepers. You know, they're supposed to protect the hive or something. And like basically, somebody robbed this old lady, scammed her. Somebody that was his neighbor, but also like I guess spent time with him, took care of her or something. He said they took like $2 million from her account, and then she committed suicide. So from that, bro went on a rampage, blowing up the people's headquarters. I ain't gonna lie, the action in that motherfucker was crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. He cut somebody's fingers off, just clean off with one of them blades that just go straight up and down. The movie is honestly crazy. I know all his movies are the same, but the action in them bad boys be crazy, bro. And I'm just gonna speak real, you know. That stuff was crazy. And it was low-key good because I wanted to watch it twice. I kind of seen it on Prime Video. I always kind of watch movies a year or 2 years later. I'm trying to get out of that, but lately, a lot of stuff I be thinking is new be like 2-3 years later, it's not new. But I'm gonna rank that movie in a B tier because the action was in the beginning, middle, and end, bro. Like, it was crazy because it's like, okay, they sending all these people on him, but like, his bro finna die, you know. It had you just wondering about the main character, just wondering like his bro finna die now. Just like all the movie, had you interested, had you engaged, had you focused on it. So I'm gonna give it a B. You know, it was a really good movie. But for my number 4, we're gonna do Wanted. Now, for those who don't know, I don't know, I believe Wanted was either a video game that they turned into a movie or a movie they turned into a video game. Because I know they had a video game for it because I had the Wanted disc and they showed the video game on the previews before the movie hits. I kind of missed that. You know, seeing the, like, they'd be like, this movie was made in digital or something. A lot of them old Disney movies, and then you see previews of a whole bunch of different movies and trailers, and then they come to the play scene. I low-key missed that, bro. Because now we just open Netflix, YouTube, or whatever you open and just continue watching instead of just searching. low key, when I get my own crib and get a house, I'm gonna have all the online apps, but I'm gonna have me like a nice collection of movies so that I can watch them whenever I lose my Wi-Fi, if it was to happen. You know, like you just get a laptop with a disc inserter so you can just watch movies while you on a trip. You ain't got no service, you know, bro. Got to think outside the box. A and B. But Wanted, man, it was a really interesting movie and engaging movie. From the fact that bro came from nothingness and became the best assassin, dang near the best assassin, taking out the whole HQ. You know, they had trained this boy from, like I said, nothingness all the way up to some code. He ended up killing his father, bro. Like the movie was crazy. Like the action kind of came, yeah, from the jump start. You getting shooting and somebody dying, bro. So the action is definitely crazy on that movie. It's one of my personal favorites and movies I like to put on and like people actually sit down and watch with you. You feel me? Like they be like, oh, what is this? You be like, Wanted, bro. They got the what, Scarlett Johansson, or the lady who played Maleficent. I forgot her name. I wonder what she's doing now. I'm gonna rank that movie S tier, bro. Comment down below if y'all really agree with that opinion. Now, for my fifth and final movie I want to rank is Kraven the Hunter. Now, I know Kraven the Hunter had a lot of backlash. A lot of people didn't like it, and I kind of feel it because I've seen a lot of videos of like Kraven the Hunter and comments on how like basically how dark this man was, just taking out all the Spider-Man's villains. And like in the video game Spider-Man 2, he was taking out Scorpion and whoever he was taking out, then he buried that boy Spider-Man alive. But I'm like, they talking about his powers came, or wherever his came from, like I think his lion's blood getting inside him. I don't remember, but something totally different from the comics, I believe. And then like he had like superhuman strength, agility, whatever, like everything advanced as a human. Sight, smell, even speed. It was like a version of a super soldier, but not a little bit different qualities. You know, instead of a lot of physicals, a lot of qualities in the senses, I guess you could say. But like it took all the way to the end of the movie for Kraven to actually look like Kraven, and that's, I'm pretty sure a lot of people hate a lot of. I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people hate about a lot of new Marvel movies. They went from serious to comedy. Disney owning them comedy movies like Thor: Love and Thunder. I was really excited to watch the new Thor because it was Thor. I used to love Thor as a child, and then seeing bro just go to a comedy, childlike, just like no, because bro, Thor Ragnarok was the best Thor in my opinion. That's my favorite one. I used to love watching that one. And Guardians of the Galaxy, man, I have to rank Marvel movies in a later video in the future, but Kraven the Hunter, like it took him all the way to the end for him to get the Kraven look, and then bro wasn't even that vicious throughout the whole movie. Then they put Rhino in there, then he just looked mad weird. And the whole way how Rhino got his powers was mad weird. I honestly don't know the original way of how he did obtain his ability to be the Rhino, but to me that one was just mad weird. The movie, like the action came, it's 2 hours long. The action came a little bit in the beginning with the jailbreak, then a little bit with his brother getting kidnapped. Then it tells a lot of his backstory and how he got bit by the lion and everything like that. Then the action with the Rhino, it was okay. I see why people didn't like it that much. I mean, like it was okay personally. I know people probably like the movie Kraven because of the character and they were a fan of it. A lot of people like the movies because they were a fan of the thing. I honestly only know about Marvel because of my grandpa. He just showed me the movies and just like the movies. And since then, I just like Captain America. And from Captain, went from like Daredevil to etc. But yeah, to rank Kraven the Hunter, I'm gonna give it like a C tier. Like the action came more towards the end, and that's more expected in them 2-hour films, but still, the audience like me was expecting way more. So as I said, I'm gonna give that a C tier, but that's just my quick 5. I have other 5 I want to do later in the video, but comment down below if I should do a Marvel ranking or like what movie genres I should do, sci-fi, horror, anything. And if you enjoyed this video, just hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.